Kenan Yildiz said that he loves Juventus and Juventus is his heart. But in the last 6 games, he has 0 goals. So Kenan Yildiz, you have to prove to us that you want that club to be in your heart. Kolo Muani would return to Juventus even without the Champions League. And at least we need to give PSG 40 million. We need to give 40 million euros and a potential swap with David. Potential swap with David. So Joey Ventini, how are you doing? Today we got a massive news. But before we begin, make sure to like, subscribe, hype the video, share it to your friends, share it to your Ventini, and let's go, guys. Let's get 100 subscribers and let's begin. And let's begin. So let's start with Kolo Muani. Let's start with Kolo Muani. Let's start with Kolo Muani. So Kolo Muani, as I said, he would return to Juventus even without UCL. So guys, this guy wants to return to Juve even without UCL. He has been fighting to come to Juve, and imagine the hunger he will play when he comes to Juve. Imagine the hunger. Imagine the hunger. How he will try his best. He will fight for the ball, and that is what players we need. We don't get SNS that doesn't want to play with Juventus, and we just put offers, and he keeps rejecting. That is going to put down the club. Put him on the side. Get Kolo Muani. He wants to come to Juventus and get him in the squad as fast as possible. As fast as possible. That is what Juventus want. That is what Juventus want. Juventus want players that wants to come to Juventus, that plays for the bench, that plays with the heart, and like Kenan Yildiz said, Juventus is my heart. And that is what Juventus needs to get players like a Kenan Yildiz, like a Kolo Muani, like a Locatelli, the players that they are dreaming since there was a kid to be a Juventus player. That is what Juventus need to get. A player that even without UCL, we will still get a good player. Now, Tottenham are fighting for relegation, but still, he's fighting for the team, but he wants to come to Juventus, everybody. He wants to come to Juventus because Juventus is a club that you don't deny. Juventus is the club that is a family that is united, that is one of the best, if not the best clubs in the world. So, how do you reject Kolo Muani, and how does Juventus reject Kolo Muani? Because this is what Juventus need and Juventus want. It will be around 40 million. So, and potentially there could be a swap with Jonathan David. And I said this like a month ago that there would be a swap between Jonathan David and between Kolo Muani. If a swap deal happens between Jonathan David and Kolo Muani, there could be there could be a swap deal, and the price not 40 million, it will go lower obviously because it's a swap deal. And right now we are valuing Jonathan David around 25 million. So if Kolo Muani comes to Juventus with a swap deal of Jonathan David, there could be the price of of Kolo Muani could be around 15 15 million, 15 20 million. So let's see, would you take Kolo Muani for 15 20 million or 15 plus add-ons? But I would snatch him if it was a swap with Jonathan David, because Jonathan David has not been the guy of Juventus. He's not, as I said yesterday. I think I said it in yesterday's video. Dusan Vlahovic has the same goals as Jordan David in the half of the minutes, but the half he played half of the minutes of Jordan David. So that is, and Dusan Vlahovic is not a magic player. It's not a player that says wow. He does 5 games good, and then he plays a little bit calm. But Dusan Vlahovic, when he's on the top, when he's in the top form, when he's playing consistency, he's one of the best strikers in Serie A. But when he is playing not consistent and very bad, he is one of the worst strikers in Serie A. So let's see. Let let's see. And let's swap to Kim and Jay. Kim and Jay yesterday, Romeo Agresti said that Kim and Jay is a player to look out in the summer. He has a connection with Luciano Spalletti, and there could be a potential not swap deal, a loan deal option to buy because the salary of Kim and Jay is high. Salary of Kim and Jay is high. I think right now he earns 8 million euros per year, everybody. He earns 5 million euros per year. There could be an option to buy in the loan, but um, the price would be a little bit high, especially if it is good with Juventus. So let's see. Let's see. But Kemenje is a very good player, is a player that Spalletti wants, a player that could build up, unlike a Bremer or a Kelly. So let's see. By the way, a Bremer is still a key player for Juventus, but we'll talk about it about after Kim Min Jae. Kim Min Jae, as I said, he earns 8 million per year. 8 million per year. He played 58% of the starting 11 of Bayern Munich. So he is a good player. He's a good player, but is he the one of Juventus? He's 29 years old, okay? He's 29 years old. His market value is around market value, not price tag. Market value is around 25 million. Is around 25 million. So let's see if there could be a loan with an option to buy. We get him for one season. Let's see how he does with Juventus. And then if you want to buy him, but there 8 million, you cannot even. There is not one player after Duzovlovic after the season. Because the most earned player, the highest earning player of Juventus, if after the season, will be Kenan Yildiz. And Kim Min-jae right now earns 1 million more than Kenan Yildiz. And imagine the best player of Juventus, Kenan Yildiz, which right now he's not the best player because he hasn't scored in 6 matches, but we'll see 2 matches left. But he has some injuries. He played with some injuries. After the international break, he didn't do well. So let's see in the next couple of matches. But let's see about Kim Menje. Now let's talk about Gleison Bremer. Gleison Bremer is still a key player for Juventus. He is still a key player. He is still a player that Juventus want and Spalletti wants in his team. He's still a player that Juventus want in their team because Bremer is one that if you see when you play Bremer, Kelly, Kalulu, and Cambiaso, Bremer is the leader of that defense. Bremer is the leader of the defense, and he is the one that leads the defense. And when you play with a Bremer, when a Kelly plays with a Bremer, when a Kalulu plays with a Bremer, especially in a three back, and Bremer is the middle, the middle center back, the players play very good. Players play very good. And now, Di Gregorio, Di Gregorio would leave in summer. This is the player that would is likely to leave. Premier League clubs is showing interest and shown interest in the past. But Spalletti wants goalkeeper that a goalkeeper that is experienced, for example, like a Nelson, that today we haven't seen news about him, but it's all on Liverpool now. It is all on Liverpool now. Juventus are advancing. Juventus are keep pressuring Liverpool. They are saying, hey, hey, when is Ellison coming to Juventus? Or is Ellison coming to Juventus? Do you accept that Ellison comes to Juventus? So let's say about Ellison or even Emi Martinez, El Dibu. Let's see, because Spalletti wants that type of goalkeeper. And about Gatti, Gatti is attracting interest. There is more chance for Gatti leaves than Bremer because Gatti is 20 is around 25 million euros, and there is attractive interest from the Premier League and the Serie A and the Serie A. So in the Premier League, I don't know who is, but in the Serie A, the main, the main of the old Premier League and the Serie A, the main club that is on him is Milan, because Allegri likes him and he wants him to come to Milan. Wants to come to Milan. So let's see about Gatti. And maybe there is a Crystal Palace, like the mid-table clubs of the Premier League, because every Premier League club is on every player in the world. Because as you can see, the Premier League clubs are very, 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 very rich. Are very, very rich. And you know who Juventus is interested in, and there could be a potential swap deal with Cambiaso. It is Fratesi. It is Fratesi from Inter. Right now, um, Inter value Fratesi 30 million euros. Come on. By the way, Inter yesterday won the Coppa Italia. Won the Coppa Italia. I hate so much seeing them win. I hate them so much, especially seeing them win. When when the time hit 90 minutes, I didn't even see the additional time. I turned off the TV and went in bed, turned just sleep, and didn't see them lift the trophy. Absolutely not. Never. Never. Anyways, Fratesi is on the short list of Juventus, but he's not that high on the short list. But Spalletti is looking for a creative player, for example, a Brahim Diaz, a Bernardo Silva, these type of players. But Fratesi is one of a box to box is a one of a box to box midfielder. He's a box to box midfielder. So let's say about Fratesi, but I don't think I would do a swap deal between Cambiaso and Fratesi. If there is a swap deal between Cambiaso and Fratesi, at least Inter have to give us 40 million and give us Fratesi. 40 million or even 50 million and give us Fratesi. First of all, Fratesi is not 30 million euros. He doesn't even start with Inter. Second of all, Cambiaso plays every single match, although he's not that good. But still, he plays every single match. He plays every single match. And I wouldn't get Fratesi in Juventus. I wouldn't even as a rotational player. No. No. Now, the moment that you're watching this video. Kenan Yildiz today said, Juventus is my heart. Juventus is my heart. And he said, I always give my best for myself, for the team, and for Juventus. Because Juventus is my heart. Show us. Show us. Show us, Kenan. Two matches left. Two of the most important matches of the season. Show us. Go out there versus Fiorentina and Torino. Because these clubs, these players of these clubs are gonna try to destroy you. Are gonna try to injure you. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. You are going to the World Cup. Show them who you are. Show them when you go to the World Cup. I am Kenan Yildiz and I want to win the World Cup. It's hard. I think he's not going to win. But Kenan Yildiz has to be the main man of Turkey. For example, a Hakimi, when you think of Morocco, you think of Hakimi, boom, like this. When you think of Turkey, you think of Kenan Yildiz, you think of um, Arda Güler, you think of a lot of players. Now, when you think of, for example, for a big nation like Argentina. When you think of Argentina, you think of Messi. And now we need to think to see you turn off the TV to watch Kenan Yildiz with Turkey. That is what Juventus need to do. This is what Juventus need to do. And Kenan Yildiz show us this in the next two matches. We know that you are a massive player. We know that Juventus is your heart. We know that if you don't qualify to the Champions League, there is a chance that could leave and Real Madrid could be on you. But show us. And he even said on Vlahovic, he said, so the reporter or the journalist asked, is Vlahovic staying the season? And he said, yes, but I can say these things myself. So we are getting an update of the renewals. He's saying that, yes, there is a big chance, let's say that Dusan Vlahovic can stay with Juventus, but I can say these things myself. So he's saying to Vlahovic that, or his team, to say that, to say that. So let's see, let's see. And he even said about all of the Juventini of the world that are watching right now, seeing all of these people here is a great sign for me and my teammates. I give everything for defense and for this club. That's the only thing I can do. I can do. So, and he even talked about the Champions League. He even talked about the Champions League. The goal is always to do the maximum. Right now, the maximum is second place and Champions League qualification. So let's go for the Champions League. For let's go for the Champions League. Let's go and let's try to win. Let's go. Forza Juve and fino alla fine. Fine. Subscribe, like, and peace.